Hey guys, it's Marshall from Going Gear, and today we're going to take a look at an Eagletac P20C2 MKII XM-L version. So this is going to be a little bit different than the regular version that we have with the CREE XM-L LED. It's using that much larger XM-L LED, and I'll show you the differences here in a little while. I'll show you what you get in with the packaging, instruction manual. You get some other accessory kind of stuff. Normally I don't really go through the accessories because they're not all that cool, but they include some pretty cool stuff with Eagletacs. So I want to go through that stuff really quick. This right here is if you want to make it be able to tail stand. This just pops on the back here. You can either do it this way or I'm lazy, so I put it on here this way because it's a little bit easier to get off. And you can make it where it's able to tail stand. But if you put it on there the other way, it's more secure on there and it actually tail stands a little bit better. So that's what that rubber piece is. Spare O-rings. This right here you put on there if you want to be able to use the included lanyard. Glow-in-the-dark tail cap so you can replace the stock black one. And then this right here is a diffuser. We'll get into this a little bit later when we go outside. I'll show you how this is actually used. And then here's the holster. I'll show you what the light looks like in the holster real quick. Just slide it in. It's just your standard nylon holster with the elastic on the side. Velcro on the back so you can attach it to your pack or your belt, however you want to attach it, and you have another attachment point right here. Alright, let's shove all this stuff out of the way, and then we will show you the light itself. Zoom in on that a little bit better just so you can see it. So that is the XM-L version. Here we have the XPG version. You can see on the outside pretty much the same light, but on the inside you've got the much larger LED, that XM-L LED on the XM-L version, and a much higher output. This one out of the LED is actually putting out 720 lumens, and the ANSI lumens are 524 out of the XM-L version. It's a pretty crazy output out of a light that size. It's pretty impressive on the output. And we'll take both of these outside so you can see them both outside, how they compare to each other. But the XM-L version, like I said, there's that XM-L LED down in there. Here's your switch on the back. It's kind of cool they have the Eagletac logo on there. I like it when companies do that. Pretty neat to see. Nice little touches like that. Okay, let's talk about the light in a little bit better detail. Here's the light itself. You can see nice sturdy pocket clip here. That's actually removable if you remove the tail cap. You can remove this ring. You want to remove that O-ring first because it's going to get in the way, but you remove this ring and then you can pop that off if you don't want the pocket clip on there. There's the switch on the back. I like it when they put the logo on there. This is a nice little touch. They've got the Eagletac logo. There's the LED and reflector in there again. Lightly orange peeled reflector. There's your name on the side. And of course the hot surface warning that they always give you. We have a lot of customers that call and say, is it normal that when I have this on high and I keep it running for a while, is it normal to get hot? Yes, it is. I don't know of a light that doesn't, except for the really big ones, and it's just because they have all that aluminum to heat sink. But the smaller lights, definitely is normal for them to get hot. If they get too hot, just turn them off. So that's the light. We're going to go ahead and throw a couple of Surefire CR123s in there. So this light's powered by two CR123s. There's the inside of the switch if you want to see that. For the operation of the light, you have the switch here on the back, so lightly press it, get your momentary activation, click it all the way for constant on. One thing I will note is that when I first went to go do this, the light wasn't turning on, and the reason why is when I was showing you this earlier, this little ring that you can remove to remove the pocket clip, I didn't back it down, or I didn't tighten it down back all the way, so when I went to do the tail cap, it wasn't tightened down all the way and it wasn't making contact. So that's actually something that's pretty common with these kind of lights. Just be sure that this little ring is tightened down all the way if your light's not coming on. That's something that happens quite a bit. So anyway, tighten that back down, lightly press, momentary, click it all the way for constant on, and that's going to be when the head is tightened. When you loosen the head of the light, that's where you have your secondary modes. So you can see a lower output there, and then if I tighten and loosen the head, that's how I'm going to switch between the different modes. So you have a couple of different outputs. You have strobe, you have SOS, you have a beacon flashing mode, your standard kind of secondary modes. But head tighten is going to give you that max output all the time. Show you the front of the head again. You can see that stainless steel bezel. This is what you remove. You just screw it off when you want to attach the filters or the diffusers or anything like that. So that's the light. We're going to go ahead and take it outside. We'll compare it to the XPG version and show you how it does outside. Okay, we've got the two P20C2s out here. We're going to do this one a little bit differently than normal. We're going to do the distance shot first. These little guys are definitely not made for distance, but they actually do pretty well, so I wanted to show you that real quick. This is the distance shot. I'm not going to use the mag light on this one just because it looks extra bad on this shot. So there's my house, 50 yards, tree in the front yard at 100 yards, and this is the XPG version. You can see it does pretty well. Lights up everything. You can see most of the details at 100 yards, and this is the XML version. So 50 yards out there, 100 yards in the front yard, lots of bugs flying around. It's an especially buggy night tonight. But that XML version does really well at distances. You can see lights up a nice wide area once. I actually really like this light. I like the amount of light that comes out of it, the quality of light. It does a really good job. Okay, let's show you how the diffuser works on this thing real quick, and then we'll do the medium distance shot. Okay, let's show you what happens with the diffuser. So here is the light without the diffuser. You can see, and what you do to put the diffuser on is just unscrew the stainless steel bezel on front, and then the diffuser screws right on. But we'll just stick it on front. Just real quick, you can see it's actually pretty useful light. It spreads it out really well. Does a really good job of just smoothing everything out. Definitely not distance kind of stuff. You can see you lose a lot of throw, but still a very useful light. Camp tasks, hiking around in the woods where you don't necessarily need to see a huge distance, but you'd rather see a wider area in front of you lit up a little bit better. Okay, let's go ahead and do the other shots. Okay, we're out here with the two P20C2s. I got the big 4D mag light that I always use, so let's go ahead and give that a shot. See how it does. There's a little bush about 15 feet away, tree out there at 100 feet. Zoom in on that. As you can see, it doesn't do all that great. Alright, let's try out these other two lights. We're going to do the R5 version first, the XPG. Just so you can see it. You can see a whole lot more light coming out of it. Definitely more concentrated than you'll see with the XML. Shine that around a little bit. Let's actually zoom in on the tree. You see 100 feet, absolutely no problem with this light. There's the XML version. So you can see definitely more spread out, light up a wider area at once. It's kind of nice. I actually prefer a light like this. I don't really have a whole lot of use for throw because as you can see, I don't really have a lot of huge wide open spaces around me, so something that lights up everything in front of me, a lot more useful. And we'll do them side by side. We'll have that XML on the right, XPG on the left. So you can see definitely more concentrated with that XPG. Alright, so that is the Eagletac P20C2 Mark II XML version. Really long name. I wish they would shorten them or maybe give them different names, but that is the name of the light. And if you like it, you can get it from us at goinggear.com. If you like the video, be sure to subscribe. We do a whole lot of flashlight videos. And if you have any questions or comments, you can reach us in the comments or at goinggear.com.